Picture a corporate boardroom where executives are haggling over a contract. Now picture an FBI hostage crisis. The stakes differ, but the psychological mechanics required to resolve them remain constant. This diagram illustrates the failure of standard compromise. In a situation with 4 hostages, saying, "Give me 2 and you keep 2," results in 2 deaths. In high-stakes environments, a 50-50 split is a loss. Yet conventional wisdom suggests that finding a middle ground or a win-win is the gold standard for daily conflict. Voss, a former lead international kidnapping negotiator for the FBI, argues that splitting the difference is a flawed strategy. Whether you are discussing a salary or a car price, treating the interaction as a logical math problem where both sides concede a portion of their goal leads to a result that neither side actually wanted. Most people enter an argument with the instinct to talk. They attempt to win by over-explaining their position and overwhelming the other party with their perspective. The FBI uses a countermeasure called mirroring. This involves staying silent and then repeating the last 1 to 3 words the other person just said. If a manager says, "I have a lot of pressure this month," a mirror would be, "A lot of pressure?" This repetition makes the other person feel heard. Often they will continue speaking and reveal the underlying issue, like a specific team missing a deadline, without you ever having to ask a direct question. Once the talking stops, negotiators often face a second obstacle, the urge to win using logic and cold facts. To lower tension on this meter, replace logic with tactical empathy. Use labeling, like, "It looks like you are afraid of losing money." Stating "I understand" triggers a defense mechanism, but an objective label de-escalates the brain's threat response. Persuasion becomes possible when you move beyond the facts of the case and start addressing the emotional subtext that actually drives the other person's decisions. We are often taught to chase the word yes. We frame requests to force agreement, believing small affirmations lead to a final deal. Yes is frequently a counterfeit response. People use it as a social lubricant to end a conversation or to get a negotiator to stop talking. Voss advocates for engineering the conversation so the other person has the opportunity to say no. Instead of asking, "Is this a good time to talk?" you might ask, "Is now a bad time to talk?" When someone says no, they feel safe. This sense of rejection provides them with a feeling of control over the dynamic, which actually makes them more comfortable listening to your proposal. We also tend to hide our perceived flaws or the negative aspects of our request before making a pitch, hoping to appear as reasonable as possible. The accusation audit reverses this instinct. Before stating terms, you list every negative thought the other person might have about you. If asking for a raise, you could start with, "You might think I'm being ungrateful or asking for more than I deserve." Preemptively voicing these thoughts neutralizes their power. By the time you finish the audit, you have addressed their internal objections before they could use them against you. At some point, you will face an unfair or unworkable demand from the other side. In this high-pressure moment, the FBI uses its most effective tool, the calibrated question. Without getting defensive, you look at the other person and ask, "How am I supposed to do that?" This open-ended question forces the other party to pause and engage with your constraints. They are essentially recruited to solve your problem for you. Tactical empathy creates an environment where the other person feels in control, allowing you to influence their decisions without the friction of a direct confrontation. अगर आपको ये FBI tactics पसंद आए, तो channel को subscribe कीजिए. Drop a comment below and tell us which of these tools will you deploy first.